The shopping bag hits the marble floor first, then Sienna. Her wrist cracks against the gleaming tile of Azure Heights shopping district, and for a moment, the only sound in the luxury mall is her sharp intake of breath. Pain radiates up her arm. Above her, Devon Hartley stands with his hand still extended from the shove, his face twisted in contempt. "Stay down," he says. "That's where you belong." 3 years. It's been 3 years since she last saw this man, and yet her body remembers everything. The fear, the hunger, the cold hospital room where she lost their baby because she couldn't afford to eat. Her fingers curl against the cold floor as security guards rush forward, but she barely registers them. All she sees is Devon's sneer, the same expression he wore when he left her homeless and pregnant. If you're already hooked, smash that subscribe button. This story is just getting started. The crowd gasps. Phones rise like a dozen judging eyes, recording everything. Devon's girlfriend, a woman in designer clothes with perfect makeup, steps back, her hand over her mouth. Security tackles Devon, pinning his arms behind his back, but he's still laughing. "You think you're somebody now," Devon spits at Sienna. "I saw that ring. Which rich fool did you trick this time?" Sienna rises slowly, cradling her wrist. Her diamond wedding ring catches the light, 3 carats, flawless, exactly like the woman wearing it. She meets Devon's eyes with a calmness that makes him flinch. "His name," she says quietly, "is Dante Zhao." The color drains from Devon's face. Even he knows that name. Everyone in Metro City knows that name. The security chief steps forward, speaking rapidly into his radio. "Code red at Azure Heights. Female assaulted. Attacker in custody. And sir," he pauses, listening to something in his earpiece. "Yes, sir, Mrs. Zhao is requesting contact." Sienna's phone buzzes. She answers with trembling fingers. "Sienna," Dante's voice is velvet over steel. "Tell me you're safe." "My wrist." "Who touched you?" The question cuts like a blade. In the background, she hears car doors slamming, engines roaring. He's already moving. "Devon Hartley," she whispers. "My ex-fiancé." The silence stretches for 3 heartbeats. When Dante speaks again, his voice is so calm it terrifies her. "Keep him there. I'm 8 minutes away." The line goes dead. Devon's bravado cracks. Who the hell is Dante Zhao? The security chief smiles without humor. "You're about to find out." 7 MINUTES earlier. Sienna walks through the shopping district with 2 bodyguards trailing at a discreet distance. She wears simple jeans and a cashmere sweater, nothing that screams wealth, even though her penthouse apartment costs more than most people earn in a lifetime. Old habits die hard. Even after 18 months of marriage to one of Metro City's most powerful men, she still dresses like the homeless woman she used to be. She's searching for Christmas gifts when she sees him. Devon Hartley stands near the fountain, laughing with a woman half his age. He looks exactly the same, perfectly styled hair, expensive suit, that charming smile that once made Sienna believe in fairy tales. Her stomach drops. Her hands start to shake. Run asterisk, her instincts scream. Hide. But she's not that woman anymore. She straightens her spine and keeps walking. Devon spots her. His eyes widen, then narrow with recognition and something darker, satisfaction. He whispers to his girlfriend and walks directly toward Sienna, blocking her path. "Well, well," he says. "Sienna Cross, or did you change your name again?" "It's Zhao now," she replies evenly. "Move, please." "Zhao," he laughs. "You were married, how desperate was he?" Her bodyguards move closer, but she signals them to wait. She needs to do this herself. "You stole $130,000 from me," Sienna says, her voice steady despite her racing heart. "You left me homeless and 6 months pregnant. You're responsible for—" "For what?" Devon's face hardens. "You can't prove that baby was even mine. And if you couldn't handle a little financial setback, that's on you, sweetheart. I did you a favor leaving when I did." The mall spins. 3 years of therapy, of rebuilding, of learning to breathe again. All of it crumbles in an instant. She's back in that hospital bed, alone, bleeding, a nurse holding her hand while she loses the only thing that mattered. A asterisk setback, her voice breaks. You took everything. I lived in my car. I lost our child because I couldn't afford food. Devon's girlfriend shifts uncomfortably. Devon, maybe we should. Shut up, Vanessa. He steps closer to Sienna, invading her space. You always were dramatic, playing the victim. That's your specialty, isn't it? Something inside Sienna snaps. I am not. He shoves her, hard. The world tilts. Her body crashes against unforgiving marble. Pain explodes through her wrist. Shopping bags scatter. The crowd gasps. Phones appear like magic, recording everything. And Devon stands over her, sneering down at the woman he destroyed. Stay down, he says again. That's where you've always belonged. But he's wrong. Sienna isn't staying down. Not anymore. Not ever again. She reaches for her phone as security tackles Devon. Her fingers find Dante's number, the first on her speed dial, always, and presses call. He answers on the first ring. Sienna. Just her name. That's all it takes. Her husband knows something is wrong. I need you, she whispers. In the background of the call, she hears Dante bark orders to his driver. Faster, now. Devon struggles against security, still shouting. Do you know who my father is? James Hartley. Hartley Capital Management. You'll all be fired for this. The security chief looks at Sienna, then at Devon, then speaks into his radio with grim satisfaction. That won't be necessary, sir. Mrs. Zhao's husband is en route. Devon freezes. Zhao, what does that mean? Vanessa pulls out her phone, typing frantically. Her face goes pale. Oh my God, Dante Zhao, Devon, he owns half the security companies in the city. He has connections to... She looks at Sienna with dawning horror. You married him. Sienna nods, cradling her injured wrist. Vanessa grabs her purse and backs away. I'm leaving. I'm not part of this. Vanessa, wait. But she's gone, heels clicking rapidly toward the exit. Devon's confidence finally cracks. He looks at Sienna, really looks at her, and sees what he missed before, the expensive watch, the flawless manicure, the quiet confidence of a woman who survived hell and came out stronger. Sienna, wait, let's talk about this. I'm sure we can work something out. Too late, she says softly. You should have thought about that before you put your hands on me. The mall's main entrance doors burst open. Dante Zhao has arrived. Want to see what happens when an underground king protects his queen? Drop a comment with your predictions, and don't forget to like this video. Black SUVs surround the shopping district like predators circling prey. Men in dark suits emerge, 20, maybe 30 of them, moving with military precision. They seal exits. They position themselves at every entrance. Within 90 seconds, the Azure Heights shopping district belongs to Dante Zhao. And then he walks in. Dante moves through the crowd like he owns not just this mall but the entire city. His suit probably costs more than Devon's monthly salary. His expression is perfectly neutral. No anger, no fear, nothing but cold calculation. That's what makes him terrifying. He walks past Devon without even glancing at him. His entire focus is on Sienna. She's still sitting on the floor, security helping her to her feet, and when Dante reaches her, something in his face cracks. The mask slips. For just a moment, everyone sees the man beneath the monster, a man who would burn the world down for his wife. Let me see. He kneels beside her, taking her injured wrist in his hands with devastating gentleness. His fingers probe the swelling with expert care. Fractured or sprained? Sprained, I think. Her voice wavers. His jaw tightens. You think or you know? I'm not sure. He signals to one of his men. Get Dr. Chen here, now. Then he looks at Sienna, really looks at her, and his voice softens to something almost tender. Are you hurt anywhere else? She shakes her head. Tears threaten, but she blinks them back. Dante stands, helping her up, keeping one arm around her waist. Only then does he acknowledge Devon's existence. You, he says quietly. Devon is still pinned between two security guards, but he tries to salvage his dignity. Look, this is all a misunderstanding. Sienna and I have history, and emotions ran high. Your name, Dante's voice could freeze fire. Devon Hartley. My father is James Hartley, CEO of Hartley Capital Management. If you know anything about finance in this city, you know that name. Dante pulls out his phone, 3 taps. He puts it on speaker. Marcus, Dante says, I need everything on Devon Michael Hartley, age 32, Hartley Capital Management. I want bank records, employment history, criminal background, relationship history, and anything else you can find. You have 20 minutes. Consider it done, boss. The call ends. Devon's face loses color. You can't just, that's private information. Can't I? Dante tilts his head. You put your hands on my wife. You think privacy laws protect you now. I'll sue. I'll press charges for harassment, for illegal surveillance. Please do. Dante's smile is arctic. I have 17 lawyers on retainer. How many do you have? This is getting intense. Hit that like button if you want to see Devon get what's coming to him. A man in a white coat rushes in, Dr. Chen, apparently on Dante's payroll and living close enough to arrive within minutes. He examines Sienna's wrist with practiced efficiency. Severe sprain, Dr. Chen announces. No fracture, but she'll need to keep it immobilized for 2 weeks. I'll prescribe anti-inflammatories and pain medication. Whatever she needs, Dante says. Devon watches this exchange with growing panic. Vanessa is gone. The crowd is filming. Security won't release him. And this man, this Dante Zhao, looks at him like he's already dead. Dante's phone buzzes. He glances at it, then reads aloud. Devon Michael Hartley, born June 15, 1992, senior investment advisor at Hartley Capital, annual salary $290,000. Trust fund valued at approximately $1.4 million. He scrolls. Currently engaged to Vanessa Chen, daughter of Richard Chen, CEO of Chen Tech Solutions. Devon's eyes widen. How did you? 3 years ago, Dante continues, his voice taking on an edge that makes everyone in the mall fall silent. You were engaged to Sienna Cross. You drained $130,000 from your joint account and disappeared. She was 6 months pregnant at the time. The crowd murmurs. Phones capture every word. She lost the baby due to severe stress and malnutrition caused by homelessness. Dante looks up from his phone. Your baby, and you left her to die. That's not, I didn't know she was, Devon stammers. You knew, Dante's voice drops to something dangerous. She told you, she showed you the ultrasound, and you ran because you're a coward who preys on women. He scrolls again. This isn't your first time, either. 4 other women have filed complaints against you for financial fraud and emotional abuse. Your father made those complaints disappear. Money buys a lot of silence. Devon lunges forward, but security holds him fast. You son of a... Dante moves faster than anyone expects. One moment he's standing beside Sienna, the next his hand is around Devon's throat, lifting him until his toes barely touch the ground. Dante's men don't intervene. They know better. You want to threaten me? Dante's voice is conversational, almost friendly. Go ahead, but understand something, I'm not a good man. I'm not civilized. I'm the monster men like you pretend to be, and you just gave me a reason to destroy you. He releases Devon, who collapses, gasping. Dante straightens his suit. Here's what happens next. You're going to make a public apology. A real one, not your father's lawyer-approved statement. You're going to admit what you did to Sienna and compensate her fully. $130,000 plus interest, plus $50,000 in damages. I won't. You will, Dante continues, because if you don't, I'll ensure that every business in this city knows what you are. Your father's company will lose clients. Your trust fund will mysteriously become inaccessible. Vanessa's father will hear every detail of your previous relationships, and you'll never work in finance again. Devon's mouth opens and closes. But more importantly, Dante says, stepping closer, you touched my wife. That means you and I have a personal problem, and I solve personal problems permanently. The mall security chief clears his throat. Sir, the police are here. Perfect timing. Dante gestures to Devon. This man assaulted my wife. I want him charged with assault and battery. We have video evidence and multiple witnesses. Two police officers approach, both of whom nod respectfully to Dante before reading Devon his rights. Devon's protests fall on deaf ears. As they lead him away in handcuffs, Devon shouts back at Sienna, "This isn't over." Dante's expression doesn't change. He simply makes a phone call. "James Hartley," he says when someone answers. "This is Dante Zhao. We need to discuss your son." 3 hours later. Sienna sits in their penthouse, wrist wrapped in a medical brace, watching her phone explode with notifications. The video of Devon shoving her has 17 million views. Justice for Sienna trends nationally. News outlets are calling it the assault that shook Metro City. But it's the secondary stories that shock her. Anonymous accounts, clearly coordinated by Dante's team, release documentation. Bank statements showing Devon's theft, testimonies from his 4 previous victims, text messages proving premeditation, even the hospital records from her miscarriage with timestamps that destroy Devon's denials. Devon's engagement ends within an hour. Vanessa posts a statement. "I refuse to be associated with an abuser. I stand with his victims." Hartley Capital issues a press release. "Devon Hartley has been terminated effective immediately. We do not tolerate criminal behavior." Devon's father calls Dante back. This time, Sienna listens on speaker. "You're destroying my son's life," James Hartley shouts. "No," Dante replies calmly. "Your son destroyed his own life when he assaulted my wife. I'm simply making sure everyone knows who he really is." "What do you want? Money? I'll double whatever you're asking." "I don't want your money." Dante's voice is ice. "I want your son to face consequences, real ones. He'll apologize publicly. He'll enter therapy. He'll repay every woman he's victimized. And he'll never contact Sienna again. Those are my terms." "And if I refuse?" "Then I'll ensure Hartley Capital loses its 3 largest clients by Friday. I'll leak every unethical practice your company has engaged in for the past decade. And I'll make it my personal mission to dismantle everything your family built." Silence, then. "You're insane." "No," Dante says. "I'm thorough. You have 24 hours to comply." He ends the call. Sienna stares at him. "Dante, what did you do?" He sits beside her, carefully avoiding her injured wrist. "What needed to be done?" "This will ruin him." "Good." His eyes meet hers, and she sees no regret there. "He ruined you. He left you to die. He killed our—" His voice breaks for just a moment. "He killed a child, your child, and he laughed about it." Tears spill down Sienna's cheeks. "I thought I was over it." "Healing isn't linear." Dante pulls her close. "Seeing him reopened wounds, but this time you're not alone." She cries against his shoulder, for the baby she lost, for the woman she used to be, for everything Devon stole from her. And Dante holds her through all of it. This story isn't over yet. Comment below, should Devon get a second chance? Don't forget to subscribe. 24 hours later, Devon Hartley stands outside Hartley Capital Management's headquarters, reading from a prepared statement with shaking hands. News cameras surround him. The entire country watches. "My name is Devon Hartley," he begins. His voice cracks. "3 days ago, I assaulted Sienna Zhao at Azure Heights Shopping District. But that assault is only the most recent in a pattern of abuse I've perpetrated against multiple women." The cameras zoom in on his face, pale, sweating, terrified. "In 2022, I was engaged to Sienna Cross. I stole $130,000 from our joint account and abandoned her while she was 6 months pregnant. My actions directly caused her to become homeless, which led to severe malnutrition and stress. She lost our baby because of me." His hands tremble so badly, the paper rustles. "I have also financially and emotionally abused 4 other women over the past decade. I used my family's money and influence to silence them. I am a predator who targeted vulnerable women and destroyed their lives for my own benefit." A reporter shouts a question. Devon ignores it, continuing to read. I am entering therapy. I am making full restitution to all my victims. I have resigned from Hartley Capital Management effective immediately, and I want to say directly to Sienna. He looks into the camera. I'm sorry. You deserved better. You deserved everything. And I took it all because I'm weak and cruel. I hope someday you can forgive me, but I understand if you never do. The statement ends. Devon walks away without taking questions, security escorting him through the shouting crowd. Sienna watches the broadcast from the penthouse. She feels empty, no satisfaction, no anger, just a profound sense of closure washing over her like cool water. How do you feel? Dante asks. She considers the question. Free, she says finally, completely free. He kisses her forehead. Good, because I have something to show you. 1 week later. Dante takes Sienna to an unfamiliar part of the city, Riverside District, an area undergoing rapid gentrification. He parks in front of a beautiful 6-story building with clean lines and huge windows. What is this? She asks. He hands her an envelope. Inside is a property deed. Her name is on it. Dante, I can't accept. It's not a gift, he interrupts gently. It's an investment, in you, in the woman you've become, in the purpose I think you're ready to embrace. She stares at the building. What purpose? 3 years ago, you were homeless and pregnant, and no one helped you. You survived, but you shouldn't have had to fight that hard just to survive. He takes her hand. What if you became the help you needed back then? Understanding dawns. A foundation. The Ember Foundation, Dante says. For women escaping financial abuse. Not just shelter, housing, job training, therapy, childcare, legal support. Everything you wish you'd had. Tears blur her vision. I don't know if I'm strong enough. You're the strongest person I know. He wipes her tears with his thumb. You survived Devon. You survived homelessness. You survived losing a child. You rebuilt yourself from nothing. Who better to help others do the same? She looks at the building again, seeing it differently now, not as property but as possibility. As hope, as transformation. Yes, she whispers. Yes. 3 months later. The Ember Foundation opens on a bright Saturday morning. Reporters crowd the entrance. Supporters hold signs. Sienna stands at a podium, her wrist fully healed, wearing a phoenix pendant Dante gave her the night before. 3 years ago, she begins, her voice steady and strong. I was you. I was the woman in the hospital losing her baby because she couldn't afford food. I was the woman sleeping in her car, terrified and alone. I was the woman who believed she had no value because a man told her so. The crowd is silent, hanging on every word. But I survived. And if you're watching this, trapped in a relationship where someone controls your money, isolates you, or makes you believe you're worthless, please know you can survive too. The Ember Foundation exists to make sure you don't have to do it alone. She gestures to the building behind her. We have 25 rooms ready today. We have job training programs, therapy services, a legal aid clinic, and childcare. We have resources to help you leave safely, rebuild your credit, find employment, and start again. Her voice catches. You're not broken, you're not damaged, you're survivors, and we're here to help you thrive. The crowd erupts in applause. After the speech, Sienna meets the foundation's first resident, Maya Rodriguez, 31, with 2 small children clinging to her legs. Maya's story mirrors Sienna's almost exactly. Partner drained their accounts, left her with nothing, disappeared. I saw your video, Maya says, crying. I thought I was alone. I thought no one would understand. Sienna takes her hands. I understand, and you're safe now, I promise. Sienna and Dante stand at their penthouse windows, looking out over Metro City. Lights sparkle below like fallen stars. 15 applications already, Sienna says, still amazed. 15 women ready to start over. Just the beginning, Dante replies. Her phone buzzes, an email from an unfamiliar address. She opens it cautiously. It's from Devon. Sienna, I don't expect you to read this or respond. My therapist says I need to take accountability without expecting anything in return. I destroyed you because I was weak. I saw your strength and tried to tear it down to make myself feel powerful. I've lost everything, my job, my fiancé, my reputation. But losing those things is easier than living with what I did to you. I saw the news about your foundation. I'm proud of you. You turned your worst experience into something beautiful. I turned mine into excuses. You were always stronger than me. I just didn't want to admit it. I won't contact you again. I hope you have the life you always deserved. Devon. She reads it twice, then deletes it. Everything okay? Dante asks. Everything's perfect, she says. She means it. Devon's apology doesn't matter anymore. His guilt doesn't matter. He's a chapter in her past, but he's not her story. Her story is the foundation. Her story is the women she'll help. Her story is standing in this penthouse with a man who sees her scars and loves her because of them, not despite them. I love you, she tells Dante. He pulls her close. I love you too, my phoenix. She smiles against his chest. 3 years ago, she thought her life was over. She thought Devon Hartley had taken everything, her money, her baby, her future. But he was wrong, and so was she. He didn't take her future. He just changed its trajectory. She became someone she never would have been if life had been easy. She found strength she didn't know existed. She found a partner who protects without controlling, who supports without diminishing. And she found purpose. Every woman who walks through the doors of the Ember Foundation is proof that pain doesn't have to be permanent, that trauma can transform, that the worst thing that ever happens to you doesn't have to define you, it can refine you. Devon thought breaking her would be the end of her story. He was right about one thing, it was an ending. But every ending is also a beginning. And Sienna is just getting started. If this story moved you, prove it. Like, comment with your thoughts on Sienna's transformation, and subscribe for more powerful stories like this. The phoenix always rises, and so can you. Fire.